So Professor X is pretty much one of those characters that you want as your teacher because he's the only person that understands your frustrations, and that cares about your feelings and what you're going through and what you're dealing with. Whether it's depression, mental health, or health wise, he'll always be there for you to give you some best advice. But this was all in the comics, in the films, and all of that. But Patrick Stewart was the one that actually brought the character to life. So Shawn Levy confirms that Patrick Stewart returning as Professor X and Deadpool and Wolverine was never even discussed. The director said he read all the fake rumors about all the other past characters coming back in Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, I want to talk about that as well because I know last year I was super heavy influenced by these rumors about them coming back as cameos, giving them something to do instead of just being fan service. But it's unfortunate that a lot of us really had our expectations too high. You know what I'm saying? So I would have loved to see Storm, Cyclops, Jean, Professor X, and many other characters that were from the Fox's X-Men universe. Because when you think about it, I think something tells me they're going to probably come back in a big way in the X-Men debut. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really don't want to see the old actors come back to reprise their roles in the in the MCU. But I think there's a possibility that we might end up seeing past characters in the comic accurate costumes because Marvel is pretty famous for that. But I think for me, when it comes to Cyclops, he is one of the biggest characters, the biggest influence in the X-Men. I would have loved to see his past actor reprise his role as the character, or somebody else that is young in their early 30s or whatnot to become Cyclops in the MCU. If their acting is great, give it to us. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that they didn't really bring Professor X and Deadpool Wolverine. They could just honor his legacy like they did in the film, and I'm pretty much satisfied with it of what I saw in the film.